Hello and welcome back. I'm sitting here petting the cat. I just got home. She can't get enough love. She's such a precious little baby. I want to talk about a couple of things today. One is I tend to let my mind wander while I'm at work. And I've noticed that if I start thinking about a specific something, that something is shown to me. And I was thinking yesterday, I think it might have been the day before. Yeah, I can't remember, at least 2 days ago. I was sitting there thinking, I wonder what it would feel like to have a being in my presence that was in another dimension, a high dimension, and also their soul is very ancient. And then I had a vision of me standing with an enormous man. He was very, very tall, very muscular. He looked like he had been fighting or working on a car. I doubt seriously he was working on a car. And he looked like he was out of breath. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at him. And I'm kind of like taking it all in. His eyes were like fluorescent and he was looking at me and I could feel him. It was a feeling that you don't feel here. You know how we approach the elderly, they have all this wisdom because they lived for so long, but you don't even get that from them. It was a feeling of power, and that feeling I receive a lot in my visits. I don't know who he was. And I couldn't tell if his hair was white or black, but I want to say white with black in it. But I'm not sure because he was dirty or bloody because his body was like in a shadow. We both were like in a shadow, like it was in a dim room. I remember him looking around and his eyes glowed. It was like a white fluorescent. Beautiful. And he was very powerful. And he was looking at me like his mind was busy coming up with a plan. Like he was at war and he was with me temporarily to show me himself, while he was thinking of the next steps to take. That's what I got. I don't know if he is one of my guides, because I have a lot, or if he is a star family being. I don't know. I really just don't know. But I remember the feeling. It's unmistakable. Let's just say that. It was very unmistakable. If you felt it, it would stop you in your shoes. I mean, it would just like come to a halt, because what is that feeling? It is nothing like you feel here. There was like love, dominance, strength, all of that wrapped in one. All positively good things, I should say. And I got all of that while working. And I remember I was looking up at him, and I remember thinking, or he was telling me, now that I'm talking about it, don't be afraid, take it in, is what I remember. And it didn't come from my mouth. And I just was like, this is amazing. And it was like, I'm not scared. And I'm looking up at him this whole time, and I'm like, whoa, this is very powerful. And he was breathing like he was out of breath. That's another reason why I felt like he was fighting. But it was like, this is amazing power. And a whole different dimension also. What makes me feel that he's from a different dimension and high, because of the way he looked and felt, because he was tall. He had been at least 7 foot tall. Also, I felt his vibration. And after feeling that, I was like, that's what I feel at night sometimes. In some of my visits, I will feel either a constant vibration, and I'm not sure what that is, but when you hear me say a pulsing vibration, like with your heart rate, that is their vibration. And I figured that out when I was looking at them. And it was like information coming to me also, because I was like, is this what it feels like, the vibration? And then it was like they were telling me a vibration of like a heartbeat. And then I remembered feeling that in many of my visits. And it's just like a, like that, but deep and slow. It was pulsing. And that is their vibration, because they are so highly evolved. You'll never feel that on Earth. I'll tell you that much. I had a visit last night. I did. This was kind of strange, the way this happened. I was sick yesterday, and a part of me feels like it was too much sugar that I ate. I'm a hypoglycemic, so sometimes sugar is too much for me. But this was a different feeling, and the only thing I knew that could have been wrong was I ate too much sugar. But I was really sick at work. I wanted to leave on multiple occasions, whatever. And then when I came home, let me back up too. At work, I was extremely hot that I had my desk fan on, and the other people were not hot that I was working with. And when I get home, I am burning up, and I thought, I'm gonna turn the air on. It is hot. Go over to the thermostat, it said 60 degrees, and it was turned off. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking I need to do a video, but I'm just not up to it. And I go make me an English muffin, and I'm like, I don't know why I'm eating, because I don't feel well, but something was just telling me you need to eat. So I ate the English muffin. But while I was making the English muffin, I had to push it down twice. But the second time I forgot about it. Usually I have to force it up on the second time because I don't want it cooked that much. But the second time it didn't pop up until it was burnt, and then it smelled burnt. And I threw that away, and I did another set. And going to bed in certain areas of the apartment, you could smell the burnt part aroma through the apartment. But I I had in my mind, well, I hope that it doesn't catch fire. When I was young, I remember, no, I'm wrong. I'm thinking of coffee pot. When I was married to my kid's dad, a toaster caught on fire. And I think it was a Pop-Tart in there. I can't remember what it was, but it caught on fire. So that apparently was on the back of my mind. And I went to bed. For some strange reason, I thought, I'm trying to think how it went. To tell you the truth, I'm not exactly how it went, because I was groggy. I don't even know now if I was asleep or not. I don't know. But I know the cat was on one side of me, and I put my phone down, I think. Pretty sure. I don't know anymore. But I think I remember peeking, oddly enough, into the living room kitchen area. And it had a really bright pink hue. And I remember I jumped up. Now, either I was asleep and woke up and saw this, or I was asleep and I jumped up and was coming off the bed. I don't know. But some of it doesn't make sense. But I did come off the bed, and I have a step stool that I have to step on to get in bed. And both feet are on that. And I remember looking around thinking, it's red in there. And I'm looking toward the toaster and everything, and I'm like, it's not on fire. And if it was, the smoke alarms would go off, and they're really sensitive. And then I looked toward the door, my doorway, I should say, to the bedroom, where the negative entities are not allowed. Don't know what was going on, and it's where I've seen the I call him the Red Devil man because he had big horns and he flickers in red. He flickers. Now the other one didn't flicker, the being that had 4 arms, but he stayed at the door until I held out my hand. I had no fear of him. I didn't even have fear of the red man either. But I'm looking toward the doorway, and the whole freaking doorway from top to bottom, all of it was flickering like a white light kind of thing, just flickering all over. And I look and I sit on the bed and I'm actually just looking at it. And I'm thinking, well, I don't see a being there. And I don't know if I didn't look long enough or look hard enough. I don't know. All I know it was flashing. And my room, this living room, what you see me in right now, was a bright pink. And I'm thinking, okay, it must be my microphone, because I have a light on my microphone that I use that flashes different colors in a circle around the mic. And I'm like, no, it's not the mic, because it flashes different colors in the living room. And this was a solid pink. And then when I laid down, I mentally said, if you're a negative entity, you cannot come in, you know this. And then I'm laying there and I think, no wonder my black curtains turn red sometimes. I assume maybe that's the part that I've missed. I don't know. I don't understand that. I don't know why my blackout curtains turn red. I don't understand it. I don't know. If anybody knows that's watching this, let me know, because I don't know. And that's all I remember. I remember I just kind of laid back down and tried to go back to sleep. And then I eventually rolled over and kind of looked toward the doorway again, and it was gone. Everything was gone. The part of me thinks that big giant man, part of me thinks that was an angel. That was my first thought when I visually seen him. And I'm like, that's an angel. I didn't see wings though, but I do know angels are huge, so I don't know. All I know is that he was beautiful. He was very beautiful. He was a beautiful man. But I woke up this morning, I wasn't sick, so that's a plus. And today was a long day. It kind of drug on, and I tried to stay busy so it would go by fast. So Susie is able to stay because I got my emotional pet papers from my doctor. So she is now allowed to stay. And I'm thankful because I've really grown attached to her. I don't know if I said when I jumped out of bed, she went flying because she was laying beside me. I think I scared her too, so poor girl. So yeah, I wish you guys could feel that pulsing vibration from other entities if you get to visit other entities. I wish that I was able to sit down and communicate with them. Also, on top of me not feeling good yesterday, all day, I had vertigo. But it was a tolerable one because I was able to walk and stuff and work. But when I squatted, because I squat down to pet the cat, I about fell on her. Look up in the shower, I got dizzy. I mean, I just started spinning. It was bad. It was really bad. But I was able to work, and move around. On the bad, debilitating ones, I can't even open my eyes. I kind of went to bed really angry about that last night. Knowing that the extraterrestrials can heal, I kind of was very angry. Because when I had the debilitating vertigo, the last couple of days, I begged them to please help me. And I feel like maybe they didn't. I don't know. I feel like maybe I didn't remember. I don't know. But I know I had it 5 days. And I was asking him on day 3. Even day 2, actually. I went to bed very angry last night. And I'm like, you guys got to do something. You have to do something. I live in fear every single day about this vertigo. I live in fear that nobody's going to help me. And I live in fear that I'll miss work and a domino effect's going to happen. I'll lose my apartment. And I don't want to go back to the negative atmosphere that I came from. I'm like, I know you guys can heal this. You've got to fix it. And, then I went to sleep. But I woke up and it's not so bad today. It's really mild. And I'm like, oh, I hope they're working on it. I really do. I really hope they're working on it. I'm tired of every single day. It's in my head every day. I'm losing my mind about it. So that's all I've got for you today. And I hope you guys are doing well. I love you guys. And I'm sorry I didn't do a video yesterday, but I felt horrible. I still don't know what it was. I hope you're well also. And I'm going to send each and every one of you love, light, and peace. Bye.